Hello, everybody. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Azami. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Y'all, hold up. Let me go sit down somewhere. So, guys, I believe that for a second I was in a mental dilemma, right? Being an artist, I find comfort in vulnerability and I find censorship and, you know, censorship and euphemisms as a restraint. I see them as a restraint to self expression. And a lot of the things that I project and display on my art, in my art, are free of any censorship and euphemisms. You know what I'm saying? And so I remember doing a piece that I still sometimes I even question if it's appropriate because I believe that, say if my family, people who knew me since I was a youngin', was to see like, what I'm doing and they disapprove because of the taboo that surrounds the power of the vagina. And that's what today's video is basically about, the art of the whole phase. And I was very careful about my diction, meaning I was very intentional about my word choice because I think it's good to reflect and take a look back at everything that you went through and the phases that you've gone through. And instead of looking at them with shame and disgrace and disgust, look at it as a part of your experience as organic life. Looking at it as, yes, like I went through this and this is what I needed to go through. A lot of people get this phase wrong. They say society calls it the whole phase. I call it the phase of self-discovery. A lot of women may be like, "Oh, yeah, I never went through that though." Like, yeah, but you felt an urge at one point in your life to be stimulated by multiple external factors. External factors meaning men or women, whatever you prefer. You felt the need to be stimulated in that manner, whether it be mentally, emotionally, or physically, by multiple, not just one, multiple, whether it be at a time or whether it be one after one after one, you know. College put me in this energy of I am free, and society put me in this energy of as a woman, I should be able to express myself freely sexually without any pushback. And we're in this environment socially now where we shouldn't feel shamed for being for everybody, where they don't shame us for being for everybody, yet you feel like it's right on the surface of you, but within you know that there's something deeply wrong that needs to be figured out, worked out, and discovered within. And that's why I call it the stage of self-discovery, because not all, but some women really do need that. But the women that need to experience love within will experience what it feels like to fiend for love without, from external sources, whether it be trying to find multiple women to be your friend, or trying to find multiple men to be your guide, to be your date, and to respect you and love you in the ways that your father or mother couldn't, or in the ways where you're just sexually trying to find yourself again after being touched in the wrong ways, in the wrong time, at the incorrect period of your life. We go through these motions with a lack of self-awareness because in a way it's just instinct on survival mode. And in that survival mode, or just living life on autopilot, we're going to react on our impulses and urges as organic matter in the world, like every other animal does. When a dog smells another woman dog, female dog in heat, they're just going to go ahead and go for it. There's no stopping. And so when your mind experiences your heart lacking love, it's going to try to find the love in all the wrong places without giving the love to yourself within, because you may believe that you are only deserving of love if it comes from an external source. You may believe that the only love you deserve comes from an external source. And when it comes to men, most men, when it comes to vagina, that is their vice. That is their greatest vice. They love it and they don't care where it comes from. They don't care how big the ass is that holds the vagina. They don't care how small the boobs are. They don't care how beautiful and kind the heart is that holds the vagina. And they don't care how mean and ugly and desperate it is, because they're desperate themselves and they need that stimulation themselves to be able to dump whatever they've been going through inside of you. Because as women, we are portals. As women, we are the inside. We hold life. And so they want to come inside so that we can give them life. And they take and we receive. And that's the flow of feminine energy. And so we don't realize when we're going in these cycles, with our minds on autopilot, just trying to fulfill the urge of intimacy that wasn't given to us from an external source, meaning our parents, that wasn't given to us from a vital source where it should have been given to us. The people that birthed us didn't speak life into us, and they didn't speak love and beauty and care. They didn't voice those things to you. And so now you feel like this is what you need to feel, because only this really intimate and sacred act truly is the exemplification, the embodiment of true love. Look at Mami Wata. And so I say this from a pure place because I've been there before. And if you think, oh, well, I haven't been fucking on multiple men, so I haven't went through that. But what about the times where you felt the need or thought it was cute to talk to multiple guys at one time, or women, whatever you prefer? What about the time you thought that shit was cute? You felt like you needed to be stimulated in that way because when you were a child, who stimulated that for you? Who gave you that stimulation? Who gave you those talks? Who gave you that intention that you really needed when you were younger? You know what I'm saying? And that's where it really stems from, because that's why I say only some women need to go through that phase. And if you're still going through this phase, it's time for you to wake the fuck up and get out of autopilot and figure out your worth, figure out your value. Do you not know that you are a goddess in these streets out here? Do you not know that you are a goddess that roams around on this earth, and you sitting here just spreading yourself so thin, like you're worth nothing, like a US dollar? Bruh, how valuable are you really? How much is your body worth? How much is your portal really worth? And that's why we do need these phases to realize how valuable we are as feminine, masculine beings in this planet, in this world in general, in this society. And this the certain movement of feminism, in a way, it kind of it indoctrinates us outside in a way where we feel like, yeah, okay, this is liberation to be for everybody, to spread my legs so wide that the whole world can see, to be all up in the streets outside. We think that that is liberation, but true liberation is learning who you are, embracing the divinity within. And the divinity within, will you realize that you are God in these streets, then you won't be trying. to be a hoe. You would be trying to give yourself to someone who is worthy of receiving you. And the standards are set right then and there, because the only person who is worthy of me has to be giving in this manner that I prefer. And people say, oh well, if you do it safe, who's to say that that's wrong? And I'm not saying that anything is wrong. We all have our own morals out here. But if we are fragments of God consciousness, then maybe we should act as God does. And acting as God does is getting back to the roots of humanity, the roots of organic life, the roots of nature. It's acting on true instinct, not the instinct that trauma forced you into. Because I mean, of course we wouldn't exist without the trauma, but how would you exist if you wasn't in the trauma? So instead of thinking about what should have happened for you, maybe you should think about, this is how I'm going to act because this happened to me. And this is what made me stronger. And so that is the art of the whole phase, to be in a be in a mindset of deep despair, deep desperation for love, that you fall so flat, that you spread yourself so thin, that now you have to pick up the pieces for yourself. Now you have to find the strands again. Now you have to find out what thickens you. And that comes by getting back to who you are, getting back to the roots. And so I hope this made sense. The art of the whole phase, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for me. Check out my Etsy shop, link in description. All right. Bye.